Thanks for tuning to Sims Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we're going to be reviewing Bless Your Heart by Lindy Ryan, and oh my god, I love this book so much. It was such a joy to read this book. It follows a family of vampire hunters. So you've got 4 generations. You've got Luna, the youngest, her mother, Grace, her grandmother, Lenore, and then Ducey Evans, who is the family matriarch. And they own a funeral home. And no one knows they hunt vampires. But they discover, the opening sequence, literally the opening chapter, they are preparing someone. They're like, there's something off about this body, a friend of theirs. And then, by the end of it, they are putting a stake through their heart. And they're like, looks like we've got vampires again. It's fun, it's quirky, it's just a whole lot of fun to read. And you are going between all 4 of the characterizations, Luna, she's a little bit odd. She's not exactly the popular girl in school, but she does have friends. And in fact, she's dating one of the cutest boys in school. And she doesn't really know much about her father, which is really important for the plot, right? It's very important for the story. And her mother is Grace. So Grace's story arc, she's very apprehensive, and that's another thing I really liked about this book, that every character has a very distinct personality. It's very distinct, it's layered, they just layer upon each other and they reflect each other, and you're seeing the strong dynamics and you're seeing the richness in the characterization in this story. And I think it's really, like I said, it's really fun to read, and I love going through each perspective and getting to know the characters and getting to know the history, because there is a lot of history. The events that are happening right now, they happened before Luna was born, and in fact, it's very important to Luna's parentage. It's what makes Grace so apprehensive, and her and her daughter don't exactly have a great relationship. It is slightly strained, and I was able to relate to that a lot as well. But Lenore is like the experimenting one. She's very quirky and she's very weird. She's always going on about her roses. She's like, the roses! And by the end of the book, you're like, oh, that's why the roses were so important. Duh! They're important. And, Ducey's like, oh, enough about your roses. It's really just, the characterization is top tier. These are women who you can relate to. And the fact that these are 4 women in different stages of their life, dealing with different, things, and reliving the past as well, it offers up a lot of depth to the story, and it really does enrich those character dynamics, because that past event that I really don't want to spoil for you, it left marks on each of these women. And Ryan is really good at not info dumping, which I like. It's a bit of a mystery. It's a bit of a horror. You're starting to unveil. Oh, and the red herrings were so good. Sorry, I know that was like a jump. But you're slowly unveiling the mystery and how the events of right now are connected to the past and in what way they are. And honestly, the red herrings, those are great too. You're just like, you're really obviously not the person, because it sounds like they're really obviously making you the person. Except, if you think about that past event, maybe you are the person. So, because you have to figure out who is the vampire. And that's another thing. This is really unique Strigoi that we're dealing with here. So, they start off as zombies. They're mindless, just hungry vampires. When they first come alive, they just want food. They want to suck your blood. And they start off as zombies. But there are 2 different ways that they can kind of evolve that'll turn them into 2 different types of Strigoi. And I think that that's really unique, and it's really, really interesting. I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around it. I think I do need another reread. But for the most part, I was able to follow it. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And I was just really intrigued. You know, this is something new. This is something unique in the realm of vampires. And I mean, let's face it, in today's day and age, it's really hard to try to be truly unique because everything has been done. It's not just about being unique anymore. It's about, okay, you've taken this thing that someone has done before and you're reinventing it and giving it your own twist. And that's what adds freshness and uniqueness to it. And I think Lindy Ryan, I think she did a brilliant job at adding something new to vampire lore and adding something different and unique. And it was honestly quite captivating. And it was, like I've said this 1,000 times already. It was fun. It was fun to read. It was fun and it was energetic and it was, you know what? This book is great for Mother's Day and yes, and it's great for Halloween. It was just a fun horror and I'm so excited that another sequel is coming out and this is going to be with werewolves. Like, yes, please. I need it. I need it in my hand now and not tomorrow, not yesterday. I need it. Actually, no. Now. Just give it to me now. I love it. I love this book so much. It was fun, and I'm just gonna stop now. In any case, thank you all for tuning in and watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.